Get this over here. Pause. We're gonna go back there, and then we're gonna reshare the screen. And there. Ta-da!
And finally, new rule: if something about the human race is changing at a previously unprecedented rate, we have to at least discuss it. Broken down over time, the LGBT population of America seems to be roughly doubling every generation.
Guys, if for
According to a
some
recent
reason
Gallup
the
poll,
stream gets
less than
stopped, please
1% of
understand that it
Americans
will come
born
back
before
up. Just hang tight.
1946,
It just
that's
means
Joe
that I have to
Biden's
stop playing the
generation,
video.
identify that way. 2.6% of boomers do, 4.2% of Gen X, 10.5% of millennials, and 20.8% of Gen Z.
A
Which means if we
OE
follow
with
this
a
trajectory,
little water
we will all
pillow
be
in it.
gay in 2054. And then who's going to buy this chair? I'm just saying that when things change this much, this fast, people are allowed to ask, what's up with that? All the babies are in the wrong bodies? Was there a mix-up at the plant, like with Captain Crunch's Oops, All Berries? It wasn't that long ago when adults asked a kid, what do you want to be when you grow up? They meant, what profession? In the wake of America about to lose abortion rights, the ACLU recently tweeted a list of those who would
I'm
be
with you, April Carter.
disproportionately harmed by this.
I'm getting
You
there
would think
right now.
women might top that list? No, wasn't even on the list. Second on the list was LGBT. Really? Abortion rights affects gay and trans people more than, you know, breeders? I'm happy for LGBT folks that we now live in an age where they can live their authentic lives openly. And we should always be mindful of respecting and protecting. But someone needs to say it. Not everything's about you.
Let me just say this. I know that there are folks who feel some type of way about Mr. Marr. First of all, been a 420 friendly content creator person out the gate the entire time. Been who he is this entire time that I know. Had some growth and changes in his journey, some knockarounds too. So to still be around, hey, I appreciated his content way back when. I appreciate this. I appreciate you guys rocking with me. To those of you who are of alternative lifestyles in different communities, we've all got something. Why is your something more important than anyone else's? At the same time, if those around you do not respect you in your life, your lived experiences, and the choices you've made, perhaps, fuck them. We got room for you over here. We have a great time. Got to be open minded. Respect the space, respect the name, respect the work. After that, it's off to the races. Hey, Chris, how's your spirit? How's the new gig going? Shout out to you. Thanks for stopping in with us. All right, here we go. We're going to get back into it. You know, no one wants to be serious on Saturday night, yet we have to be serious sometime. So, ta-da! We do it with a little giggle. Fair use, you guys. Thank you so
And
much,
it's okay
moderators.
to ask questions about something that's very new and involves children. The answer can't always be that anyone from a marginalized community is automatically right, trump card, mic drop, end of discussion. Because we're literally experimenting on children. Maybe that's why Sweden and Finland have stopped
Von
giving
Lakeisha
puberty
says there's a
blockers to
sense of
kids.
entitlement. Yep.
Because we just don't know much about the long-term effects. Although common sense should tell you that when you reverse the course of raging hormones, there's going to be problems.
puberty blockers to puberty. I had a hard time with the idea of putting the laminate on my children's teeth when they were smaller, just because it was something semi-permanent. You talking about puberty blockers? For why though? Shout out to Big Rig. When I originally was going to post this, it was based off of this comment, right? Off of this video. And my original thumbnail was going to be California cannon fodder. I respect a lot of folks out California way. Shout out to Knowledge and Relationships crew as well. And so I had to be more respectful. Y'all West Coast folks, though, whoo, y'all might be indoctrinating a little something, something. That's all I'm saying. That sense of entitlement out there is real. Okay. Puberty blockers, though. Okay. Okay. My bad.
We do know it hinders the development of bone density, which is kind of important if you like having a skeleton. Fertility and the ability to have an orgasm seem also to be affected. This isn't just a
Oops. My
lifestyle
bad, guys.
decision, it's medical. Weighing trade-offs is not bigotry. Yet when a book questioning the sudden uptick in transitioning children was released, a trans lawyer with the ACLU named Chase Strangio tweeted, "Stopping the circulation of this book and these ideas is 100% a hill I will die on." How very civil liberties of him. Chase, by the way, has just been named one of the grand marshals of this year's New York City Pride March, along with 3 other trans people and a lesbian. What's missing here? Oh, right, a gay man. That's where we are now. Gay men aren't hip enough for the gay pride parade. Compared to trans, gay is practically cis, and cis is practically Mormon.
Listen, I won't front y'all. There's something about it, right? I have lived some experiences. I'll tell y'all some of them you only get behind the scenes or on the Patreon. But at the end of the day, I've lived some experience, and woosah, Father goodness. Today, I feel like, dare I say, like, never mind, I can't say that. I feel as though I am the wholesome that my son said that I was when he told me to come up here and do this thing. You have mercy on me. Anyway, April Carter says, she said, why they gotta bring my city into this? Well, child, because of Turk and bunnies. But anyway, I'm gonna let it go. It's a joke. It's a joke. It's family. It's what we do over here. She said she's smoking per usual, right? Let me get back into my medicating, by the way, y'all. My bad. All right, back to it.
And this is a phenomenon we need to take into account when we look at this issue. Yes, part of the rise in LGBT numbers is from people feeling free enough to tell it to a pollster, and that's all to the good. But some of it is, it's trendy. Penis equals man? Okay, boomer. Remember, the prime directive of every teen is anything to shock and challenge the squares who brought you up. It's why nobody gets a nose ring at 56. And if you haven't noticed that with kids, doing something for the likes is more important than their own genitals, you haven't been paying attention. Dr. Erica Anderson is a prominent 71-year-old clinical psychologist who is herself transgender and who now says, I think it's gone too far. The LA Times summarizes, she's come to believe that some children identifying as trans are falling under the influence of their peers and social media. If you
Oh,
attend a
I'm so
small dinner
sorry. I'm
party
so sorry.
of typically very liberal upper-income Angelenos, it is not uncommon to hear parents who each have a trans kid having a conversation about that. What are the odds of that happening in Youngstown, Ohio?
It's the it's the equivalent to me, you guys, and I apologize for being short there. I was doing some work in the background. It's the equivalent to me of um, the number of young black boys or young children today that are diagnosed as being on the spectrum. At first it was young black boys, and then it became our girls. Now it's a host of children out of a particular part of the country. And it just kind of migrates out, and dissipates as it migrates out. Yet it's a lot. And then on the other side of the country over here, not quite so much of that same diagnosing. Yet there's a lot of, for lack of a better word, indoctrination of a different kind coming from the West. And it seems to be what Bill is talking about here. Uh, by the way, never mind. We'll talk about it on the other side.
If this spike in trans children is all natural, why is it regional? Either Ohio is shaming them or California is creating them. It's like that we suddenly all needed bottled water all the time. If we can't admit that in certain enclaves there is some level of trendiness to the idea of being anything other than straight, then this is not a serious science-based discussion. It's a blow being struck in the culture wars using children as cannon fodder. I don't understand parents